So my film is about a dancer who, while losing her memory, also loses touch with reality. And every room represents a part of her disease, the advancements of it, starting from anxiety to the feeling of being lost to the ending where there's only numbness and emptiness.
It's a student film.
Yes, it's my graduate thesis.
Yeah, it's important to say each of you if it's a student or not.
Yes.
So my film is about how I see what I'm creating, and basically that's kind of it. And it's also a student film.
My movie was the one with the girl with the long sleeves. I'm a student at Uniunea Film University, but it was an independent movie that I did, and it's about inspiration and authenticity and finding your own strength. So that's why the guy at the end, the girl kind of knocks sense into him, and he gets his own, sleeves or inspiration, or that's what it's about.
Oh yeah, my film was the one about the guy who is born as a clown, and because of that he gets into a lot of problems in his life.
My film was the one with the pandas. Basically there's a bank robbery going on, and the driver has to put an end to everything.
Sasha is the film with the snails, and I think the film is about finding yourself, accepting yourself, and the weird and quirky ways the road to that place can take.
My film is... I don't know. Sorry. My film is about death and pollution and how if we overconsume we're going to die. I have to explain that in the end everyone dies in the movie. So, yeah.
So our film, mine and Radu, is the one with the big cat called Suroica. And it's a film about guilt or mourning or sweet stuff like that. It's about a guilt so big that it grows and grows until it devours you, as I hope you got it from our film. Yeah.
It's a student film?
If it's a student film.
No. It's not a student film.
Our film is familiar feeling, and it was made by intention to be such a flash of stream of images. I wouldn't like to tell what it's about because you have to interpret it yourself. I can tell you what it's for me. It's about trauma. It's about images that come back and you can't shake them off. So in the end, you are your best friend in dealing with it. So that's why they hug themselves in the end. That's it. Do you want to add something?
You work by yourself, you work in teams. Of course, there is a difference between the student film and the professional one, let's say. But you can work in teams, even in students.
So I have a lot of help with the sound design. He's right there. And also I worked with a girl from Uniunea from choreography. We did some mock-up for the dancing scenes. But other than that, it was mostly just me and my laptop for 1 year.
It was kind of the same for me. I worked alone, and the only help I had was for the music.
I worked by myself on the animation, and I had help from a friend from Uniunea who did my sound. A few people helped me with my voice acting, Rebecca right there, and my brother helped me with the mixing. But it was, it's a team effort for an independent thing.
Okay, our film was a project that changed with every step. So at first we had the script, and then when we did the casting and the actors and all the dancers came, the story changed a little. Then we had the costumes and everything changed again. And then we shot it, and the animation also changed the story a little bit. So it was it kept developing every step of the way.
Mine is also a graduation film. I basically did almost everything by myself except for the music and the editing.
We have some members of the team actually here tonight. I think it's Diana Nexulescu for the art direction. If she can stand up. I saw her tonight. And Tudor Codreanu, the one who implemented the characters. There you go. Gabi Basa in the editing department. I did the animation and also storyboards and animatic, and yeah, we had quite a few people. Iona Lască producing, and don't ask me to remember all the actors' names, but yeah, a reasonably small team, but light.
So I worked almost alone on the animation. I only had help with the music, and I don't know if it's a student movie. I was still in high school when I made it, but I was a high school student, so I guess it's a student movie.
Our film was a long, very long process. It took almost a little bit more than 8 years actually. And we had a wonderful team that worked with absolutely no money on that. And we have some of the team here, like Alex Minciuna, that was the 3D lead animator, and Rade Popovic, that also did some animation, and yeah, we have a very wonderful team, which I really love, and they are the only reason that this long project that I didn't manage to get any fucking money for being the producer. So it was my job, and I did it so badly. But anyway, those guys are really wonderful, and we did the job finally.
Our process was quite easy. Someone showed me his drawings, and I resonated very hard with them, and it all went by itself. It took quite about three months, and I just rendered and edited a story so that it made sense for me, and then worked a whole lot on the music. Do you want to add something?
Actually, the raw material is a screen recording I did when I was drawing, and Alex took this and I don't know, gave it, changed it in some way that made sense for him, and I like it a lot. Thank you.
So at first I intended the movie to be fully 3D. And I didn't know 3D animation, so everything I learned in this year while working on the movie. So I had to go over with 2D, and I already wanted to have very flat backgrounds. So the character just ended up looking very simple. I didn't intend it to look, I wanted it to be a bit more complicated, but that's what it ended up.
Sorry, I feel like it actually really works, because it truly plays into the character, like losing herself. So even if it wasn't intended, it's still very, very good.
Thank you.